Hello and welcome back to Azure Terraformer. Last time we set up a Terraform pipeline to provision our Minecraft environment to dev using Azure DevOps. Today we're going to have a really quick episode where we're just going to take that and show you how to, now that you've got the foundation all set, create a new environment. So today we have one environment, it's dev. In this episode we're going to create another one called prod. This is the same process that you'd go through if you wanted to create performance testing, load testing, functional testing environments for your application. So without further ado, let's get going and set this all up. So again, I've got my structure here, my dev environment. I'm using the same Terraform pipeline, plan, and apply. I'm going to create a new folder for my long-lived environment. I'm going to call it prod. And it's empty, and I'm going to create a new pipeline here, and I'm going to just go and grab the existing YAML, which pretty much does all the work. I'm going to save it. I'm going to rename, hit edit, triggers to get to the full editor. We're going to call this plan. We're going to hit save. We're going to add our application name. It's going to be called Minecraft. The environment name is going to be called prod. And then the working directory is just Terraform v1. Okay. Now I'm going to add my credentials and my backend. Okay, I'm going to run, and I'm ready to run. I'm ready to rock and roll. And while that's happening, I'm going to go create the apply pipeline. Grab my YAML file, save, edit. It's so funny, like in Azure DevOps, the most useful buttons are always embedded underneath like side button clicks or ellipsis button clicks. When you create a new pipeline, you almost never want to run it the first time. You almost always are going to want to make changes to its variables. So it's very not useful that the run button is by default ready to go there. And I mean, save in queue, like there's a queue button. Like I just want to save, you know, like just let me save. Why do I have to save in queue? But they make you go through a little extra hop to, you know, just save it. So there we go. So let's go check on our plan. Is it the / thing? I always mess that up. So remember my prod environment, I got to go check what image galleries I'm using in prod. And so let's go by type, and then let's go check the image versions for these. So local, it's .4. So if I go and I update my prod environment, local is .4, not .5. And then for blob, it's going to be .7. Interesting. So blob is .7. Okay. There we go. So the reason why those numbers are different between dev and prod is sometimes Packer builds fail and you got to rerun them. And because we're using a dynamic version number, when we rerun them in prod, we are, you know, creating, it's a new build version. It's a new build number. And it's going to diverge from dev, and that's okay. Update image version. And I'm going to have to git fetch all Well, I'm gonna have to, no. Git checkout, no. Main, git fetch all. Git checkout b feature prod updates. There we go. Now, the changes that we made are only going to affect prod. So, you know, when we do a pull request, it's going to run plan against our dev environment. It's fine. That's totally fine, because when it runs against dev, it's going to realize there's going to be no changes. So we're gonna be totally fine. So I'm going to auto approve this, and this should be an extremely short. So dev is going to automatically run, but we want to run prod. So let's go rerun the plan for prod now that it's merged into main. And this should be an extremely, I think I'm queued up here, but this should be an extremely short apply as well. Oh, we're running apply. I must have selected the wrong, the wrong template file. I'll have to go fix that. So if I go change the YAML file, there we go. Not quite sure how that happened. Let's go update the prod. Does not look like I renamed this to be apply. And we're using the correct YAML file. Should be no problem. I usually don't want one-shot my deployment without a plan, but in this case, our plan pipeline. Because I misconfigured it, it's gonna provision all this stuff, which I suppose is okay. But I've modified the plan pipeline because all you have to do is change the YAML file. Right? What YAML file your pipeline is pointed at, and it'll do different thing. So I've fixed this so that in the future, when we run plan, it will actually be a plan and not an apply. And then we'll use the apply pipeline to make changes into prod. But this is working, so we'll just wait for this to finish. Okay, looks like it's done. We have a new resource group with a different code there. Let's go try and connect to these servers. So I've got two new ones, prod local. Let's try and connect to that. It's pinging. And slightly different biome. Looks similar to the dev local biome actually, but no river, so you can tell it's a different seed. Okay, let's try the blob backed version of prod. And okay, so yet again, different biome. We can see right away it's a different. Oh, we got an ocean view here with a bunch of sunflowers. So yeah, and got some nice views of the underwater there. So there we go. So we basically set up the pipeline for a totally new environment, production. And if we were going to add test or performance or load test or anything like that, we could any long-lived environment, we would just follow the same process, and we could provision a new environment. It would have a different state file. that would be stored out in our Terraform backend. And we could have pipelines that would manage the pushing of new versions of the code or our application to this environment. So this is how you set up multi-environment Terraform deployments. I hope you found this helpful, and we'll be revving on this in future episodes. I think next episode I'm going to extract this into a module so that we can deploy it into multiple regions. So looking forward to that, and please like this video if you enjoyed this content and want to see more of this. Oh, look at that pig. Like and please hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell so you know when my next video drops. Really appreciate it. Thanks again from Azure Terraformer, signing off.